welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another swatch and review of the Hot Summer Days Bright Summer Nights collection from Uno Mas Colors. It'll be launching on July 17th. And I was gifted this in exchange for swatch photos out of full transparency. So I'll be going over this. So this was an 11 piece collection. Out of 11, I would have to say 10 of them I just fully adored. And so I will be kind of doing a stream of conscious. One of the things I do encourage you to do is to go look up the inspiration behind the names. I believe they're going to be on the Uno Mas Colors website. So for example, this one's called That's Color Theory, Babe. And it's just like kind of a residue, I guess, of a conversation between Amanda and her partner Mars. And it kind of just like highlights their relationship and who they are as people. And I just think that's really, really cute. And so I just encourage you to go to the website and kind of read the description that led to the inspiration for the name. Because I just think it highlights who the brand owners are as like people, their relationship, all the stuff that I just find really cute. But this was one of my, like I said, 10 out of the 11 polishes I really, really enjoyed. I love bright pink, so like off the bat this was amazing. This is a glow in the dark polish, so I don't really care so much for that, but it is like a cool feature. And I think one of the things that like struck me is that a lot of the polishes in this collection have like multiple like special effects in one bottle, and I just think that's really, really cool. But yeah, this was a really beautiful color. And I'm also including my swatch photos just because when I'm like filming these videos and like painting in real time, I don't always let the polish like set, so it doesn't always represent the polish in the best light. So that's why I included my swatch photos, because I think it gives you a better idea of what the polish looks like when I've taken the time to apply it. This next one is kind of like an example of like why that's important. This one's called What in the Tarnation Happened Here. It is a solar. Again, go check out the site to understand the meaning behind the name, because I think this one's really funny too. But again, yellows are just like they're always patchy. Like it's very hard to formulate yellows in general. And like this one I had a unique experience with because I painted it, put on my top coat, let it dry for a little bit, went to bed, and it was patchy when I went to bed. But when I woke up the next day, it had leveled out, and you'll see that in my swatch photo for this particular polish. So I don't know if that's user error. I don't know if the polish is like designed to level out over time. It again all ended well. Like it was really beautiful, but you can kind of see in this like footage that it is a little patchy, or it looks patchy in the yellow state, but when you do the solar effect, that patchiness disappears. So I don't know if it's something of the color, I don't know if it's user error, I don't know. But again, all ended well, so to me that's what matters. This one, again, really beautiful. I love solars and thermals, but I just never always purchase them because of their shelf life. But again, really beautiful color. This was another one where, as I was like unboxing it, because I unboxed each one as I went, I just was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. That's exactly probably what I said. I'm really mad that I forgot to film this particular polish. It's called Relit, and it's a magnetic, because this is probably my favorite out of the entire collection. It is just so beautiful, and there are two magnetics in this collection. And the thing I have to note is that both polishes that are magnetics are also polishes that I would personally also just wear unmagnetized. So with magnetics, I probably said this a lot in all my other videos, but I never reach for them because I don't know, it's just tedious to kind of play around with the magnetic effect and all these things. But like, it's kind of nice that these are also just polishes that I would wear unmagnetized. Like, look at that. That is so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, this had to be hands down my favorite polish from this collection. It was just so, so pretty. And, and like I would just wear it unmagnetized, but the magnetic effect is also really beautiful. I did use it using the cat eye style when I'm, just showing it, but I could see this being one that would be really cool with like one of those more special effects type magnets, just in terms of how it disperse all the magnetic pigments. It would just be super stunning. And this is my swatch photo. I used the velvet on the pointer, cat eye on the middle and the thumb, and then the ring and pinky are both just like normal with no magnetic effect. So again, oh my gosh, this was such a stunning polish. Like I just can't stop saying that. It is truly, truly, truly beautiful. This next one I believe is called La Llorona. I might be saying that wrong, but it was a solar and a glow in the dark. I do have swatches of the glow in the dark effect at the end of the video, but this was also another one of my favorites. And I also had a similar experience to what in the Tarnation happened here, where when I put it on, it looked patchy, but then it just like leveled out really beautifully on its own. So yeah, again, take that how you will. I again did include swatch photos to kind of show what it looks like, you know, when it's being properly applied in a manicure. Also, please excuse my fingers. I've been moving. I've been trying to go to the gym, so like my hands just have kind of been through it this week, and so they're just a little rough. But I'm trying to like get back on track in terms of taking care of them a little bit better. But yeah, again, I didn't really have many critiques on this polish, or any of the polishes that I've, you know, shown thus far. But yeah, really beautiful. I love like the subtle orange shimmer that is in this polish. I just think it's like so pretty, and it kind of reminds me of like one of the Mooncat polishes. I just can't think off the top of my head. But again, the way these also like transition in solar, like when I was wearing this out, they transition really, really beautifully. Like it almost feels like effortless. So yeah, beautiful color. I do love the sheerness on this one too. Like I know some people don't like sheer polishes, but I do. This one was another. This is the other magnetic in the collection, and this one is just so beautiful. Like look at all that hollow glitter. The one thing I had to say about this is that it was a little like thick, and I did have to add thinner to it to make it work for me. But I honestly would rather have a thicker polish that I have to add thinner to than the opposite. So yeah, that's like not like a problem or like a negative for me personally, but it's something that I do want to note in case that, you know, just out of transparency. But again, this was probably another one of my favorites. So Relit and In Her Eyes, which is this one. Oddly enough, both of the magnetics in this collection were probably in my top 3, I would say. I think there's one more that there's 2 more that I would have to say are like hands down my favorite. No. Actually, I think there's 5 more. I mean, yeah, like I said, I really loved this entire collection, but the top 5, so one would be Relit, then In Her Eyes, which is this one, and then I would say, yeah, there's I think 3 more that I would, maybe not. I'm just going to say there are 3 more that I definitely would say are in my top favorite. But again, polish that looks beautiful, magnetized beautifully, but also like a polish that I would just wear on its own. Really beautiful. And I moved the polish out of the way just so that I could get like kind of all the sparkles and everything in focus. But yeah, beautiful. I really loved this polish. All right, so this is called I'm Not Jaded, You're Jaded. And so this is the one that I think I had the most criticisms of, and you'll kind of see why as I swatch. I just had to use like 3 or 4 coats of this polish in order to build it up to kind of have like like not even opacity, because I don't care so much about opacity, but like the pigmentation. I wish that there was more pigment in like just 1 or 2 layers, but like as you can see in the first layer, it's almost like it doesn't feel like there's any color there. I love the color in general. Like in the bottle, I think it's a beautiful color. It's a color that I would always be like drawn to. But in terms of like application, I don't always want to have to, you know, put on 4 coats of polish in order to get like a like color payoff. Like even in 2 coats, this is 2 coats here, you start to see the color. But again, I personally would just want more color. But yeah, this one was a glow in the dark, and so if you're looking for a glow in the dark polish, this one is really great. So like if you were to forego the pigmentation of it in like, you know, daylight and just focus on the glow in the dark properties of it, then this is a polish that is for you. Like doing nail art with this one I think would be really, really beautiful, especially during like glow in the dark nail art. So yeah, that would be the strength of it. But like I said, the criticism I have is just that I wish that there was more of that green pigment, so that when I'm wearing it everyday life in the daylight, that I could see more pigment in not 4 coats and in like 2 coats. But yeah, really beautiful color. And then this one, so this one I didn't show the label for. This was definitely also in that top 5 favorites. This one's called Casa de Heaven. So they renamed it in the process. So the label that I have has a different name, but it's called Casa de Heaven, and it's like a play on Mooncat's House of Hades. So House of Hades, Casa de Heaven, House of Heaven. Like, I don't know if you get that. I just am excited about that because I've had this polish for like a good bit now, and it took me like maybe 2 weeks for that to like click in my head that it was a play on Mooncat's House of Hades. And again, for obvious reasons, like this is, in my opinion, a better version of House of Hades. For me, when I wear Mooncat House of Hades, I wish I had it to compare, but it just kind of goes on and it's a little splotchy. Like, again, very beautiful color, but it's a little splotchy and uneven. But this one is just so, like, it's just beautiful. You can see it in the swatch. This is a good swatch of it, but just super beautiful. Like, it just, it's beautiful. Like, I don't have anything else to say about it. And then this was another one that was definitely in my top 5 favorites. It's called A Scapegoat, and it's a solar, and I just live and die for anything that is this color. Again, like a light purple lavendery color with like this beautiful pinky lilac shimmer in it. This video like did not do it like justice, and obviously that's on me. And you can kind of see like that shimmer in this video footage here, but again, a stunning polish. I think I had to build this up in 3 coats, but for this one I did not care because it was just so beautiful. And this is a solar as well, and so yeah, just really beautiful color. Top 5 in my top 5 for sure. And of course, on brand for me, there's a little fuzzy that I like didn't notice until right now, of course. But yeah, beautiful. Oh my gosh. So this one transitions to like a little bit more of a deeper, like almost berry, no, I wouldn't say berry tone, but it's like a reddish toned purple when you add the solar effect to it, which I'll do here so you can kind of see that. But again, really beautiful transition. And I think in my swatch photo, it'll be more obvious like what the transition looks like. But again, I love this polish. In 3 coats. I prefer this one in 3 coats for sure. Just because I think like for this particular polish, I liked it better when it was more opaque. Yep, beautiful. Oh my gosh. And there is my swatch photo. Again, could not complain. And so I said there was a top 5 favorite, but this is a solid collection, and this was definitely another one of my favorites. Goth Speed, my friend. So this is like a jelly kind of formula. So I did have to build it up in 3 coats just to kind of get like a payoff and a color that I enjoyed and like I loved. But like I know I said I was going to stick to a top 5, but this is also like one, it was just solid. Like I loved wearing this color when I was, like done swatching it and just like wearing it about in my own life. Really beautiful tone of red. The jelly formula, like it just felt so squishy. Like it kind of like, I don't know, it was a good jelly formula. Like it reminds me a lot of, the formula from Charmed Lacquer, which I really love that formula, but it just was like the squishy, juicy, gorgeous formula. And so yeah, in 3 coats, I loved this polish. It was just so, it was great. It was perfect. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, I just want to eat that. And then here's my swatch photo. So again, it's like, so in my video footage, it looked a little bit brighter, but it definitely is more of like a deeper red color. Frosty Creamsicle. So this one is a glow in the dark, thermal. Again, like, I don't know what it is. Like this year I've been really into oranges. And so this was like no exception to that. One thing that you don't really see in the video that I think you'll see in my swatch footage is that there's like these red glitters that are running through this polish, and it was just really hard to capture on camera, like on video. And so hopefully you'll catch it in my swatch photo. But again, another really beautiful like polish. I loved this. Again, I'm not like someone who's like gung-ho for glow in the dark polishes, but like I kind of forgot, I guess, that this was glow in the dark, and I went to bed and my nails were glowing, and it was just like this bright color, and it like lasted for like, I mean, obviously I went to like sleep at some point, but for the like maybe a few hours that I was awake, it was like very, very bright. And I guess it like lasts almost the whole night. But yeah, and so this one also transitions. So it transitions into a lighter orange. I didn't do as good of a job of capturing that on video. You can kind of see it transitioning a little bit because it was like turning under my brighter lights. But again, like just a really satisfying, beautiful transition. And it makes sense that it's called Frosty Creamsicle because like it just turns like from that light orange to this like deep, vibrant, you know, brighter orange that I thought was so beautiful. And I wish that I'd done a better job of capturing those like red glitters, because I feel like that's like kind of what makes it so special. Like you can kind of see some of them here, I think. But yeah, you'll see it, I think, better in my swatch photo. Yeah, I was trying so hard to try to capture it, but it was not like, between my lighting and everything, it just was not working out. And then here are my swatch photos, and you can kind of see like that red shimmer running through. All right, and this was the last out of my top 5 favorites. This one's called Danger Noodle. And I just love the name, first of all, because I don't like snakes. But when you use the name like Danger Noodle, I feel like, I don't know, like it's a cute name for something that I don't otherwise like. But this was a thermal, really beautiful in both the cold and the warm state. And you'll see that more in the swatch photo. But again, just like, this was the first one that I opened when I was like opening up my package and like getting started with swatching. And I just was like Uno Mas, their first drop was really, really solid and really, really beautiful. And I did a review of that. If you want to check it out, it's on my channel. But like, I feel like they just elevated it with the second drop. Like these colors are just so much more like, I don't want to say more fun, because they were like, the other drop was very like, it was good, but it's like sometimes when I think about that drop, it just felt, or like I guess the polishes that I purchased for that first drop felt way safer, whereas these polishes feel a little bit more bold and like playful, and that's like, I guess, what I look for in polish, which I don't know why I didn't pick up more bold and playful polishes from the first drop. That's on me. But just in general, like yeah, this drop was just way more playful and like bold, and it just, I don't know, like I said, 10 out of the 11 colors I adored. And like even the 11th color, I love the color, I just didn't like the lack of pigmentation. And this final clip is just of all the polishes, all the glow in the dark polishes, and I kind of put a note, an annotation of which is which. But in general, you know, let me know what you liked from this collection, and otherwise I really hope all of you are taking care. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!